Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We do have Cande out today. She said last night, she texted me, was not feeling well. And, I know it kind of came out of nowhere because she texted me 7:45 p.m., like right before bed, while I was at Dublin Deck. So had this been a planned skip, where she was kind of playing hooky, it would have come earlier in the day. So this is kind of snuck up on her. We'll see. Hopefully she's back tomorrow, feeling a little better. And we will be back to normal here on the big show. I can't believe tomorrow will be Friday already. I can't believe it. We'll be approaching another weekend. Now, weather-wise, you may step out of your house right now and say, oh, this is fine, everything's good. Not so much. We have heavy rains coming this afternoon. Depending on where you are on the island, we'll start somewhere between noon and 2 and go most of the afternoon into the drive home and then into dinner time and kind of sweep out of here, making way for a decent weekend. And, the rains will be heavy this afternoon, some thunderstorms and things of that nature. So we got that going on. All right, to a couple of these stories that I teased for you a little earlier. A lot of people getting married over the summer. A lot of weddings might have happened, a lot of engagements, a lot of wedding planning going on, and came across this article today that reviewed over 100,000 wedding playlists on Spotify. So this is not a small poll. This is a lot of stuff, a lot of research, and they came up with the top 10 most popular wedding songs, or songs played at weddings on these playlists. And we don't have to go into crazy detail about every song. Number one, I probably, if you told me what's the number one song played for people on the dance floor at a wedding, these are not necessarily, your wedding song for first dances. This could be any song played at a wedding. I might have guessed this one. I might have come up with this at number one. We'll get to that. Dancing Queen from ABBA, still right there, number 10, most played at weddings. Wannabe by the Spice Girls. By the way, you see where we're going. There's a lot of old school stuff here. People definitely leaning on the classics. Wannabe by Spice Girls at number 9. Mr. Brightside from The Killers. That's always good, getting people out on the floor, at number 8. I'm sure, by the way, when they wrote Mr. Brightside, The Killers, I don't think they thought that it would be, a song to get people out on the dance floor at weddings, but certainly has become that. Crazy in Love, Beyonce and Jay-Z, that is a big one. Ed Sheeran at number 6 with Thinking Out Loud. Ed Sheeran also at number 5 with Perfect. Number 4 biggest songs to be played at a wedding. Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. That is a big song. Here's your top 3. Number 3, Yeah by Usher. That is you want to talk about starting a party. Yeah, with Usher and Lil Jon and Ludacris. Huge song. Number 2, Can't Have a Wedding Without Bruno Mars. Marry You is at number 2. And the number 1 song, and it's not even close, it's in the lead by a lot. Over 100,000 wedding-related playlists. This is not just wedding songs, but songs to get you out on the dance floor. Has to be, in my mind, pound for pound, the greatest dance song ever written. It is Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, and it's not even close. That is the number 1 song played at all weddings across Spotify. All right. Also promised you, because, I'm here to help. This is when Candy's here, and she is out today. When Candy's here, she doesn't allow me sometimes to help you. I provide public service for many people out there. So I found this first date stuff, all these facts and figures about first dates. And we have a lot of people in our audience who are single or newly single, getting out there and meeting people. So I am here to help you. A new poll found the ideal first date should not be more than 3 hours, should be about 2 hours and 43 minutes. Now, if you go see a movie and have dinner, which, by the way, I haven't been on a first date in many decades, but I will say movies to me are the worst first date. You can't talk to anybody. You got to sit. And by the way, you try to talk to me during a movie, forget, that's the end. That's the first date and the last date. It is over. So the ideal first date, 2 hours and 43 minutes. But if you're seeing a movie and having dinner, that's probably not long enough. And may I suggest, this is my personal feeling, do not go to a movie. Cosmo magazine ran an op-ed a while back, said the average first date should be about 57 minutes. That's long enough to, catch a quick meal or a cup of coffee, chat a little bit, but, give or take about an hour for the first date. And a lot more people are doing that, right? First dates in the afternoon, go get some coffee while it's sunny out, and kind of, if you don't like each other, you can kind of part ways without being a little awkward. It takes an average of 4 dates to feel comfortable around someone. That is the statistic for that. So if you're, not comfortable around that person yet, by date 4, that usually is the way it goes. The most popular first date ideas are dinner and a movie, which it's just horrible. There's no thought in that. Grabbing drinks, that's fine. That's your 57-minute date, like we talked about, or having coffee together is number 3. When a date doesn't go well, we are more likely to blame the other person. Now, some people do admit they have botched it, but we are more likely, as we all, any part of life, if something goes wrong, we love to blame other people. We do not blame ourselves. Being nervous, the top excuse for causing a date to go south. That's followed by looking at your phone too much. That definite deal breaker has to be. Having one too many drinks, absolute deal breaker on a first date. Or making too many jokes, not being serious enough, not getting down to business as far as, chatting about real life stuff. Also, excuse for dates going badly. When a date goes well, playing it cool and not texting for a few days, not the best strategy. Please, if you like somebody, when you get home, a little text, hey, I made it home safe, had a great time, talk to you tomorrow. So, so just quick, let them know, like, you're there. If you don't text for a couple of days, that is a bad deal. Not good. The rest of the top 3, as far as, when a date goes well, getting a good night kiss or having the date running longer than expected. All good signs. Top signs a date did not go well. They ghost you. There's an excuse for them to get up and leave early, or lots of awkward silences. All bad. All bad signs. If you came off a first date, any of those things happened, you got ghosted, they made an excuse, or there was a lot of awkward silence, don't even bother. Just leave it alone. Move on. And there you go. I'm here to help. See, when Candy's not here, I can help a lot more because she will not make fun of me, will not stop me. I hope you learned something. Coming up less than 20 minutes, we've got your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. National Days, good news stories, and all sorts of fun stuff coming up later in the 8 o'clock hour as well. Gonna have a bunch of rain this afternoon into drive time, into this evening. Heavy rains coming after 12 o'clock. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.